Hi, I'm Ted Rogers, and at long last, welcome back to Tyrrell Time. How are you all doing? I'm sure you've all grown. I can see you all now through the screen. My, haven't you grown? It is the 2005 season, round 5. That means we do not have many seasons left. However, we're in a pretty good position. If we take a look here, we are 13 points clear top of the table in the Constructors' Championship. That's 13 points clear of Williams and Jordan, who are tied for second place at the moment, which is good. That's distracting them from dealing with us. In the Drivers' Championship, Shinji Nakano is currently the leader, but only has a 2-point margin over Alexander Wurz in the Williams and Johnny Newhouse in the Jordan, who seem to be the main driving force behind their respective teams. Their respective partners in crime, Mika Hakkinen and Ralf Schumacher, are lagging behind in the points quite significantly, whereas fortunately Dario Loretti is sort of doing the business. Only 11 drivers on the scoreboard so far. Why don't we take a look at the other situations that we have? So we're currently in negotiations with Shell for a 1-season extension to a works deal. We have tyres already. We are staying with Honda Power, as is our want. And on the team sponsorship, we have already signed with someone. Come on, frame rate, come back. Don't leave me like this. Blondes, that's the one. Just refreshing my memory there. So I guess really what we're working on now is topping up our cash. Let me stop recording for just a second. Okay, so now we're back to sort of a reasonable frame rate. This machine is on its last legs. I really hope we get to the end of the Tyrrell time before it dies on us. So, what's our next step? Well, have we done any testing? That's key, and we've got some upgrades to do. I can see that already. Okay, we're very close to moving on to the wind tunnel with next year's car. That's good. We're about to move to the wind tunnel, which we need to rent. We're moving to the wind tunnel with the A spec, which is technically a B spec of the 2005 car. Let's move that on. In terms of technology, we have a reliability upgrade ready to go. I'm going to also work on reliability for the clutch, because why not? Driver aids, we're very middle of the road, but that tends to be the case with these things, so we're just going to leave that be. Let's take a look at where we are at with testing. So that all looks to be in order. So let's run it and spend it. And let's see what we can do here. Which tyres do we want to upgrade? That's a good question. I'm going to bump out some new softs, actually. Because we haven't bumped out any softs yet, and I think that's unfair. We'll also get a new spec of fuel ready to go. How lovely. Right, construction. First of all, we're full of spare parts, which I like. I like that very much. Technology is now upgraded. So why don't we first of all take the damage off car 1. And then we will fix the wear. So I've spent some time today getting everything set up for the Failcast F1 episode tonight. 7 p.m. Central European Time, 6 p.m. UK time, twitch.tv/definitely zero. But my aim is, once my new desk arrives, that I'm going to link this machine up to my capture card. So I don't have to record in fraps anymore, which should keep things more stable, and it means the sort of fancy graphics that we have going on should also work here, which would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, we can move on to the wind tunnel with next year's car. Good job I didn't miss that, because we don't really want to be wasting too much time developing next year's car, because that's all engineers that could be working on curing driver aids. So we'll get Spain out of the way. Next up is Monaco, and obviously that's big for the sponsors, so we'll have to make sure we get the right sponsors along to Monaco and we pamper them appropriately. Let's see, we have one cash sponsor slot left for next year. Okay, and for some reason we're talking to Zepter instead of anyone with lots of money. Why was I doing that? Oh no, I'm talking to PIAA, that's why. Am I also talking to... yeah, okay, I see. We're hedging our bets. We're talking to lots of people and hoping that something good comes along. I'm going to take people off the Zepter deal because that's just fucking pointless, isn't it? Sometimes I am a moron. You don't have to agree. Okay. Shell, HSBC and Korean Air. No, we want to take Korean Air and... PIAA, please. And Shell. Okay. Spending good money, keeping everyone nice and happy. I like it. I like it. Right, in terms of setup, seems we're expecting dry weather. That's all well and good. I'm going to focus 3 points on the usual performance attributes. It's not a great track for overtaking generally, so I'm going to set up like this. Both cars. No favoritism here. Except there where I accidentally pretended to fail to click on one of the things that we needed. Yeah, we'll keep the B-spec engine. We've got a new fuel though, and we have a new wet tyre. Very important stuff. Everyone's got all the driver aids they need. Smashing. Right. Let's do the dance of our people, shall we? So, 26 degrees. It's overcast. So what can we take away from that? 26 degrees is, fairly comfortably warm, but it's not going to necessarily cause overheating issues. The cloud should help keep the air nice and thick, so we won't be down on engine power, which is a good thing because we don't have the most powerful engine in the back of the car, and we're really coasting on the design of the chassis. Right, which tyres are we going to... Loretti's on the softs, that's right. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? Olivier Panis is your pole sitter for Arrows on a 124.72. Schumacher Ralph, as Murray, God rest his soul, would say. P2 in the Jordan, 125.33, so it's very close at the top. Johnny Newhouse takes P3 ahead of the Williams of Alexander Wurz, and Mika Hakkinen lines up P5. So Jordan and Williams hopefully going to be tripping over each other. Esteban Tuero's Benetton is the car that looks a little out of place there, alongside Panis, but Panis has been driving the wheels off that Arrows. 30 degrees and very dry, so much higher temperatures going into the race itself. We will do the traditional one stop with Nakano and hope that gets him through some of the traffic ahead. I honestly do not find this situation very encouraging, if I'm honest. I don't like it at all. That qualifying was poor. But it seems someone's redeemed something. What have we got here? Just a P1. Damn it. Loretti fails to finish, but Shinji Nakano beats Olivier Panis by a fraction of a second. How close was that? 136.10.457 in front of Olivier Panis's Arrows, 136.10.467. So what's that? 1 hour, 36 minutes, 10.457 seconds ahead of 1 hour, 36.10 0.467 seconds. That's insane. Ralf Schumacher brings it home P3 for Jordan. That should give them an advantage now over Williams in the Constructors' Championship. Fortunately, Arrows picking up quite a lot of points with P2 and P4. That should bring them close to Williams. And Benetton picking up the last points paying position. How does that change things? Let's see. Nakano extends his lead 10 points over Alexander Wurz. Meanwhile, in the Constructors, we stay top of the pile. But look at this now. Arrows well and truly in that fight for P2. Exciting. Right, let's see what's going on in the news. Also, have we signed everyone we need to sign? Oh, that's right, we don't have a commercial chief. I'm not giving you more than that. That's unacceptable. I don't want to give more than 6%. See how that looks. Okay, he's fine with 7%, but he needs more money. Alright, that's something we can possibly work with, even though I dislike it greatly. We're full on staff. He signed for next year. He signed... And he signed. Okay, so it's just commercial that we need to worry about, and a test driver. I've just realised we're losing Loretti's 10 million quid, but we're getting 6.5, I think it is, from Takagi, so it's not too bad. In terms of a test driver, we wanted to try and get Tanaka, didn't we, for an all-Japanese lineup. Well, we'll wait till the end of the season. He'll get more desperate. I don't think anyone's going to sign him. Let's take a look then at... We have damage on Loretti's car, which we kind of expected. But, importantly, the A-Spec car is ready. Let's take care of that straight away. That's great. We've got a nice upgrade to the chassis for Monaco. Very chassis-dependent circuit, so everyone liked that in the parlance of Fallout. Yeah, we're going to do the full range of tests again, because we are profitable. And you'll notice that I didn't do any development testing there for next upgrade package. There's actually a reason for that. I'm going to do it at the next Grand Prix because we're going to lose a race of development at the end of the season, which I'll explain when we get there. So, what can we do here? We've got a clutch upgrade. I like it. And we're going to try and finish an active suspension system. Okay, so first of all, let's repair the cars. Then we need to go to Sponsor Town and see if we've finally got this Works Fuel deal tied up. And then the real question becomes, as we get to the end of these playthroughs, and it won't be the end of Grand Prix World, trust me, I love the game too much, but as we get to the end of Tyrrell Time, I'm wondering if we want to free ourselves from the Japanese constraint that we've operated under. Because, I mean, the aim was, can we win with Mugen Honda power? And the answer is yes, comprehensively. But, you know, I've always said that that's how this game works, really. Drivers don't really matter. Engines don't necessarily matter. I mean, they can, but, you know, really they don't. As long as you've got a really good design department and a really good engineering team, then you just out-engineer all your problems. And we have a 1-year extension to our Shell deal. Superb. Don't have all the bonuses yet from Mugen Honda, but do we have a deal now with Korean Air? We do. 1.7 million versus 1.7 million from PIAA. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason then to wait for PIAA. Let's put everyone onto this deal and see if we can't get some bonuses. Boom. That gives us a completed sponsorship package. Isn't that nice? Shall we take a look? There we go, next year's car. And there's some big names in there. Petronas, Funmetal, HSBC and PlayStation are all pretty top tier sponsors. I think what we need to do is try and climb a little bit further up the team sponsors situation, and with that we could move away from pay drivers. But again, we're winning with pay drivers, so from a game standpoint, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to not keep them. Right, I'm going to upgrade the wets again. Actually, no, the inters. I think you use the inters more often, generally speaking. There we go, and this should just about finish off our fuel development for the season, so that's some more money saving that we're going to have. Excellent. We're currently working on a factory upgrade. I like that a lot. And then, if we've got good money coming in, I think rather than a workshop, we'll build a wind tunnel early, because the wind tunnel you rent is a 1-star wind tunnel, and we can build a 5-star wind tunnel and make everything faster and better. It should allow us to get like full development on the car, which would be good. It would make us incredibly dominant, I feel, and probably imbalance a lot of the game. But we don't care. We're here to win. No time for losers, like Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I'm done with technology for now, and by the end of Monaco, we should actually have next year's car designed, which is also good. Right, let's sort hospitality. Who are we bringing along? I'm going to say Mugen Honda, Blondes, and Bridgestone. I think those are our key players. We're already spending the maximum we can. The cars are all fixed up and up to date. Let's make sure everyone's got the latest version of everything. That would be good. You get your first new tyres of the season, so well done. Yep, the 6A fuel spec. Okay, so Loretti finally gets an upgraded set of tyres. Good for him. Right. We want to focus on downforce and braking with a little bit of extra speed for qualifying purposes. I think that seems pretty reasonable. Let's Monaco. Light rain, 29 degrees. God, I wish I'd ordered those intermediate tyres a round earlier. That means Loretti's going to suffer, but Shinji Nakano should do okay. He's not bad in the wet. There we go, as suspected. So Ralf Schumacher is your pole sitter, so it's 2 pole positions we've missed out on now. And by quite some distance, actually. There's 0.4 of a second between Schumacher and Nakano, but we do line up P2. Mika Hakkinen leads an all-Williams second row. Damon Hill does well in the wet as well. He puts his McLaren P6. I believe that's their best qualifying of the season. Likewise, Pedro Diniz, Stewart's best qualifying, and Rubens Barrichello with Sauber's. Loretti's outside the top 10. He's P11, so I don't think he's going to have a great Grand Prix. Stefan Sarrazin fails to qualify in the Prost. What a fucking loser. 22 degrees and light rain. That's going to really compromise the race for us. I'm not necessarily expecting a win here. I'm going to 2-stop everybody. I think that's probably the right way to go. Let's see. Oh, we did win. Oh, look at that. Shinji Nakano takes home the win. 156, 24737, ahead of Ralf Schumacher's Jordan. Olivier Panis, another good outing for him for Arrows in P3, ahead of Alexander Wurtz's Williams. Damon Hill also improves in the race, as does Barrichello, taking the last points paying position. Diniz finishing just outside the points, which feels a bit unfair. Dario Loretti 3 laps down on his teammate, which sounds really bad, but he's just really bad in the wet. You don't normally see that differential, and we're getting rid of him anyway. In the Drivers' Championship, it's now a 17-point lead for Nakano over Alexander Wurz. Dario Loretti is kind of trailing this fight for second position. Sat at the moment in a Johnny Newhouse Ralph Schumacher sandwich, which sounds like a really horrible straight-to-DVD porn film. In the Constructors, 57 points, top of the pile. Jordan opening up a small gap of 5 points to Williams there. So there is a little bit of space opening up between those in the fight. Ferrari, though, point on the board, as do McLaren. So happy days. Happy days indeed. Guys, it feels so good to be back. I hope all of you have a fantastic, fantastic day. I'm going to crack on and record more videos. I'll talk to you next time. Mwah, I love you. Bye. See you at movie night.